There's another universe. Please make some noise. Give me a
Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to speak English with someone, but you didn't know how to start the conversation? Maybe you were sitting next to someone in a cafe. Maybe you met someone while traveling. Or maybe you joined an English class and wanted to talk to other students.
And in that moment, your mind suddenly becomes completely empty. You think, what should I say first? How do I start the conversation? Many English learners experience this problem. They understand English quite well, but starting a conversation feels difficult.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not about vocabulary or grammar, it's about confidence. People are afraid of making mistakes, so they stay quiet. But the truth is that starting a conversation in English is usually very simple.
Yes, native speakers rarely start conversations with complicated sentences. In fact, most conversations begin with small talk. Small talk is simple, friendly conversation about everyday things.
In today's episode, we're going to show you how to start conversations in English naturally. We'll talk about simple phrases, real-life situations, and useful questions that can help you start talking with anyone.
And if you are shy, don't worry. Everything we will talk about today uses simple English and very common phrases.
By the end of this conversation, you will know several easy ways to start speaking English with confidence.
So let's begin with the easiest and most common way to start a conversation: greetings.
Greetings are the first step in almost every conversation. When you see someone, you can simply say something like, "Hi, how are you?"
Or, hello, how's your day going?
These phrases are extremely common in everyday English.
And usually the other person answers with something simple like, I'm good, thanks, how about you?
Let's imagine a real-life situation. You arrive at work in the morning and see your coworker.
You smile and say, good morning, how are you today?
Your coworker might respond, "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?"
And just like that, the conversation has started.
Now let's talk about another easy way to start conversations. You can talk about the situation around you.
Yes, this is very useful when you don't know the person well.
For example, imagine you're standing in line at a coffee shop.
You could say something like, this place is really busy today.
The other person might reply, "Yes, it's always busy in the morning."
Now the conversation has begun naturally.
Another example could be when you're at an event or conference.
You might say, this is a really nice event.
Or, "The speakers today are very interesting."
Simple comments like these make it easy for the other person to respond.
Now let's talk about another powerful conversation starter, asking questions.
Questions are one of the best ways to begin conversations because people usually enjoy answering friendly questions.
One very common question is, "Where are you from?"
This question is used all over the world.
Imagine you are traveling and you meet someone at a hostel.
You say, hi, where are you from?
The person answers, "I'm from Italy."
Then you might say, oh, nice. Is this your first time here?
And now the conversation continues naturally.
Another great question is, what do you do?
This question asks about someone's job or studies.
For example, you might meet someone at a party and ask, so what do you do?
The person might say, "I'm a teacher."
Then you can continue the conversation by asking, oh, really? What do you teach?
Conversations often grow step by step like this.
Now let's talk about something very important: confidence.
Many learners believe they must speak perfect English before starting conversations.
But this is not true. Even native speakers sometimes make mistakes.
Communication is more important than perfection. If your sentence is simple but clear, people will understand you.
And the more conversations you have, the more confident you will feel.
Let's imagine another situation. You're in an English class and you sit next to someone new.
You could say, hi, is this your first class here?
The person might say, "Yes, it's my first class."
Then you might say, nice, I started last week.
Now you're already having a friendly conversation.
Another great way to start a conversation is by giving a compliment.
Compliments are positive and friendly.
For example, you might say, "I like your jacket," or "That presentation was really interesting."
Compliments make people feel good and open the door for conversation.
Imagine you see someone with a cool backpack.
You could say, "That's a really nice backpack. Where did you get it?"
The other person might say, "Thanks, I bought it while traveling."
Now the conversation continues naturally.
Let's talk about another common situation, meeting someone at a social event.
For example, you might say, "Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Alex."
This phrase is very natural and polite.
The other person might reply, "Nice to meet you. I'm Emma."
Then you could ask, "How do you know the host?" And the conversation continues.
Now let's practice some conversation starters together.
First, listen carefully.
Hi, how are you?
How's your day going?
Is this your first time here?
Where are you from?
What do you do?
How do you like this place?
Now repeat after us.
Hi, how are you?
How's your day going?
Is this your first time here?
Where are you from?
What do you do?
How do you like this place?
Excellent.
Remember, starting conversations in English doesn't require complicated grammar.
Often the simplest sentences are the most effective.
A smile, a greeting, and a friendly question can start a great conversation.
So next time you have the opportunity to speak English,
Don't wait.
don't overthink.
Just say hello
Ask a simple question,
and start the conversation.
because every conversation helps you become more confident in English.